No, sir.
Okay, dear students, we have got a Google Classroom, and those students who are readmission or who have joined us recently, who were not available in the class before summer break, they must know that we have got one Google Classroom where I am sharing with all of you. There is some specific material. I would like to share over here your Google Class code. Here is the Google Class code. This is basically your Google Class code that you will be using to join. You can install Google app. Okay, Google app you can install in your cell phone if you are using a cell phone or a tablet. If you are using laptop, then you can go to classroom.google.com, as this address is showing you right now over here, classroom.google.com. Over there you will join the class for your computer science subject only, and this will be basically your code by which you will be able to join your class quite conveniently. I hope that this point is clear. Saqib Fiaz, this point is clear to you. Have you noted? Have you noted or
Yes,
not?
sir.
Okay, fine, fine. So, students, what we are going to do today, the objective is
Assalamu
that.
alaikum, sir.
Walaikum assalam. Hisham Khabar, you are feeling well?
Yes, me, sir. Yes.
Okay. Okay, so I was talking about basically that we have got a Google Classroom. All the students should be enrolled in that Google Classroom. If someone has not joined yet, he should join it as soon as possible, because all the material I am giving you over here. The lessons videos also I am giving you over here. Just like last time what we had done some codings, some codings were done in for the unordered and ordered lists. So you can understand that all these codings I have given over here for you, so that you can just go through it, and you can apply these codings. You can run the program and you can see the output quite conveniently. So if you are not connected with the Google Classroom, how would you know that what coding I have done today and what files I am giving you day to day basis? This is very important. Now, another important thing is that I'm going to attach over here your schedule for the, basically this is your schedule for the second monthly assessment. Have you got your second monthly assessment schedule? Yes,
Sir.
student. Have you got the second monthly assessment schedule in your WhatsApp
Yes,
group by
sir.
your class teachers? Will you please say something about it?
Yes, sir. I have got it.
Yes, you have got. So I am attaching that schedule over here as well in your Google Classroom. Those who are on laptop or those who are able to see right now, they will check it and they will confirm it. And I had told you two chapters. What are the chapters for your class? Chapter number 3 and chapter number 4. Chapter number 3 is done today. I'm going to just cover the reading of the chapter number 3, because I had told you all the codings so that you will be able to write it quite conveniently. Chapter number 3 is about the lists and images in HTML5. And what is chapter number 4? Chapter number 4 is about tables. Let me show you the chapter number 4. This is your chapter number 4, tables, links, and frames in HTML5. So I would try my best to start the chapter number 4 as well today, because the chapter number 3 is already done. Only question and answers are there that I'm going to give you. And questions will also be from the exercise, but also be from the chapter as well. Both the things will be included, as I have already explained you last time. So this is basically the chapter number 4, tables, links, and frames in HTML5. Okay, so this is basically your syllabus I have attached over here. I'm going to post it. You will be able to see it. You can confirm me right now. And this is your schedule, which is already shared in your WhatsApp groups, but I have also attached it over here so that you can see. You can see that your paper your computer science paper is there on 9 September. So we will have, I think, 3 more classes up to 9 September. We have got 1 more class on 4 more classes, I think, will be there. So on 29th, then on 2nd. Okay, so there are a number of classes we'll be able to cover, inshallah, chapter number 4, and that chapter number 4, according to the given syllabus, is included in coming assessment. Okay, so you need to be very much attentive. We have to accomplish these chapters today. Okay, now please look at the screen. I'm going to read chapter number 3, the things we have already done. Number one thing is HTML is basically a tag-based language. We know about it, that it is a tag-based language, and you have its introduction in your early grades as well. You are not studying it first time. Number two, we do the coding in Notepad. In which software we do the coding? In Notepad. We do the coding in Notepad, and then what do? We open the file in web browser, in HTML web browser, for example, Internet Explorer, Google Chrome, Opera, a West web browser, any web browser in which you are able to open any sort of web file. So we do the coding, and with which extension we save the file? We save the file with HTML extension or .htm extension. Otherwise, the file will not show you the result in the web browser. All points are clear? This chapter you will learn how to create different types of lists and how to insert images in the HTML document. Okay, so colors we can apply. Okay, similarly, just like we can apply the color, foreground color, background color. So there are some numbers of the colors that we are going to use over here. Then text alignment, we can make the alignment of the text, right align, left align. Okay, text height, text decoration, all these options are there that we can apply to. This is chapter number 4. I should go to chapter number 3. And these all are the options that we can easily apply by setting up the CSS style sheets. Okay.
Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Walaikum assalam. Okay, students, those who have joined us right now, they must know that in their Google Classroom, I have attached the second assessment schedule, and this schedule is already shared with your WhatsApp groups by your class teachers. But I also have attached this schedule. You know that your paper of computer science will be on 9th of September. So we have enough time. Chapter number 3 and chapter number 4. These are the 2 chapters which we are included in this assessment. Questions will be asked not only from the exercise questions, but also please keep yourself muted. Keep yourself muted, all these students. Not only the questions will be asked from the exercise questions, but also the questions can be asked throughout the chapter's text. So that's why I'm going to read over here the chapter so that you can see it and you can work on it quite conveniently. So these are the properties.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, please, Ahmed Hussain.
Sir, I want to say that when you will send the homework of these 2 chapters, question answers and exercise,
For which chapter?
the 3 and 4, which come in our test.
Yeah, 3A I'm giving you today. In today's post, I am going to give you the question and answers. Okay, so you will be able to see the question and answers today, because I have not explained you the question and answer. That's why I did not upload it. But today, since the work is already done and I have explained you the programs, main concern over here is basically the programs. If the programs are clear to you that I explained you last time, these were very important. So now this is not a big issue to give answers for the MCQs and to write answers for the given questions. So I am going to give you over here in today's lesson. Today it is 26, and we are going to have the question and answers, exercise questions for chapter number 3. Okay. Exercise question and answers for chapter number 3 is attached. What you have to do, note down. You have to note down all questions and answers in your notebooks. Okay. And what are these questions? I am going to attach one file over here for you. So one file is there that I'm going to attach over here that contains the question and answers for this chapter. Okay, so you will be able to see the question and answer. Let me open the file so you'll be able to see the question and answers over here. Okay, I'm going to post it so you'll be able to read the question and answer. First, we accomplish the text of this chapter that is there. So, what are the different options that we can apply? Text align. If you will set the text align as left, so the text will be aligned at left. Then, if you will set it as right, so it will be aligned at right. All these options are there that we can apply to the text. So these.
Sir, मैं मार दूं.
Yes, please. Yes, Isham. You want to ask something? Yes,
No,
please.
sir.
Okay,
Sir, वो.
keep yourself muted. When I will ask you, then you are going to unmute yourself. Okay. So these are the options that you can apply to the text. Students, have you got the books in front of you? Can you see the page number on which page I am right now?
Yes, sir.
You can see this page on your in your book. This is page number 51. Okay. So how you can apply this text align? You will write that in the cascade style sheets. You will write text align, and if you will make it left, so it will become left. If you will make it right, so it will become right. It will go on the right side. So you mention all these properties. You know, all these text properties. You can apply these text properties anywhere in your document, or you can mention these properties in the cascade style sheet in the style section. Okay. Similarly, text decoration is there. Specify the decoration that added to the text. Underline text, for example, if you want to apply underline. Okay, default none means there won't be any decoration. But if we say text decoration is underlined, so text will be underlined. If you will apply overline, so text will be overlined. How we are going to apply this? We are going to see the small code over here that is going to explain all these options. Similarly, text shadow, specify shadow effect for the text. So if you will apply the text shadow, so what are the properties that you are going to mention? Text shadow, you mention in the pixels, 2 pixel by 2 pixel, or in which color you want to apply the text shadow. So it will be applied accordingly. These are the examples mentioned here for the coding. Text decoration overline, text decoration underline. So if you will mention text decoration overline, so it will do it accordingly. If you will mention text decoration underline, so it will do it accordingly. Similarly, text transform. Text transform is there, which is going to change the case of the text. Case, you know, if you are writing it in small, it will, if you want to make it in uppercase, so you are going to write text transform uppercase. So text transform uppercase is going to make the complete paragraph in uppercase. If you will write text transform lowercase, so it is going to make it in lowercase. Okay. If you will write text transform capitalize, the first character of each word is in will be basically in uppercase. So all these properties are there that we can apply on our text, and these all properties are basically going to set for the text. Then there are some properties for the font. Specifies all the font properties in one declaration. For example, see this line, what is written over here: font style, font variant, font size, font family. Okay, so basically these are the values. So what we will write, for example, we say that font bold. So font bold is basically 18 point pixel if you will mention. So font size will be increased. Okay. Similarly, if we say that change the font family, then font family, we are going to write the name of the family. Arial, Times New Roman, Bookman's Old Style. You know, there are some font styles in Microsoft Word you would have seen in Notepad. So we will mention the name of the font style, what we want to apply on our document. Then there is font size. Font size is always mentioned in the pixels. Okay. We mentioned that it is 18 point, 20 point, 30 point. How many points are there that we want to give? And then font style specifies the font style. Now, margin, if you want to leave some space on the left side, right side, okay, so then you can leave the margin. Margin bottom, margin left, margin right, margin top. These all are the values, available values, okay, that we can apply. So if we take margin bottom, so when you are going to apply margin bottom, so at the bottom there would be some margin given. Margin, you know, so let me show you one example. I'm going to give you one example over here, so you will be able to understand it. So default value is 0 pixel, but if you will set it in this way that there is margin of 1 centimeter, so then 1 centimeter margin will be given at the bottom. If you are taking the margin at the left side, so then you are going to write that margin of 22 centimeter will be applied. Okay. Similarly, margin at right side, if you will apply, so then you will see that right side there will be some pixels, or in even in centimeter, you can mention that 10 pixel point should be left at the right side or at the top side. So all these are the properties about which you may be asked. Mostly there will be exercise questions in your upcoming assessment, but the other questions could also be asked. Then there is border properties. What are the borders? How we are going to deal with the borders? Set all the borders you want to apply. For example, border you want to apply on your text. So how you are going to apply the border? Border width, border style, and border color. These are the three properties that we are going to set. Number one is border width. Border width will be either thick or medium, you know, or thick. Either it will be thick or medium. So what is the thickness? Basically, we can mention the thickness over here as border width is equal to 5 pixel or 10 pixel or 20 pixel. So these all options are there that we can apply. Then similarly, border style, whether it will be complete border or a dotted border or a dashed border. So what we are going to do, dotted border will be having dots in it, dashed border will be having dashed with it, solid border will be a complete border, groove, double line border. So these all types of borders are there that we can apply. And border color, you can change even the color of the border. Okay, so border color means that if you want to apply the border color in red or blue or green, in any color you want to apply, so you are going to change the color of the border accordingly. Then there are background properties. Background properties means background color. If you want to change the background color, so in background color we can change, we can apply background image, we can give background color. If you want to apply yellow color, green color, black color, if you want to give an image as a background, so that is also possible. But that image, as last time I shown you, that image should be available in your folder on which you are working. In that folder that image should be available, otherwise it will not work. An image position, you want to make the image in the center, you want to stretch the image, you want to make the image at the left side, right side, on which side. So you have to set this thing as well. Position of the image, where you are going to set the position of the image. Then background attachment, you can also use over here. And background repeat, you know, the background image that you are setting over here, it will come in a number of pictures. That is called basically the background repeat. So these all options are there related to the colors and borders that you can apply in your document, and these were there in your earlier grade as well. And last time what we did, we do these all operations with the practical, that how you can apply unordered list, ordered list, okay, and even description lists. So we saw that we set the list style position, and whether it will be an image or it will be square or it will be circle, what kind of unordered list is there that we are going to use in our document. Okay. Similarly, list style position. What will be the position of the list? Specify the position of the list item marker inside or outside. So last time I had already given you some written programs, codes of the HTML language, just like this example code is there. But I have given you 3, 4, 5, example codes in your Google Classroom so that you can download them and you can apply them. For example, list style type is square. So it will show you the output in the squares, these were the programs that I showed you last time by making the program and by showing you the output, so that there should not be any confusion at all. There should not be any confusion. Okay, this point is clear. I hope this point is clear. So you mentioned the style type over here and the list style, whatever you want to do over here in the style tag, which is mentioned inside the head section, and it will be applied on the content that you are going to take in the body section. This point is clear. In the body, we have mentioned that the subjects are physics, chemistry, bio, these are the subjects. But which kind of list is going to appear, we have mentioned about it in the style section. So these were the programs in which I made amendment. I changed the square to the circle, and I showed you that how you can change one style to another style. I also applied the that particular image style list as well, so that you can go through it. Setting an image as an item marker. So this is also possible, but that image should be available in your drive. And I had shown you this thing as well in your one of the last files, that how you can use one image as a bullet point in the list that we are using. Then how we can take the ordered lists. Ordered list, we have to use either decimal numbers. I had shown you this thing as well. Lower Roman, upper Roman, all these are basically the list style that we have got. And these videos, are also there in your Google Classroom if you want to see those videos. So you will be able to see these videos are there, just like this is the video. So in your last work, when we'll go to your last work, we'll be able to see the video as well for the last lesson. Okay, so you'll be able to see these videos as well. I think I had not set the property that this is made for kids. That's why it was not working. Now it will be visible to you. Some students who is going to check that this video is available in the last lesson in your Google Classroom, so that I will be confirmed about it that it is visible to you. I'm talking about 22nd. In 22nd post, the video is attached for the last work. And on 15th, whatever we had done, so that video is also attached under the post of the 15th of August. You'll be able to see these posts. Anyway, come to the next point. In the order list, we can take decimal, we can take lower Roman, upper Roman, lower alpha, upper alpha. These all are the options that we can do, and I had given you the programs. Just like these, this is a program written in your book. Okay. Nesting lists are also there. Nesting list means when there is a list inside the list, that is called basically the nesting list. So how we are going to apply the nesting list? The code is visible in front of you, that you can see over here. The code is already visible in front of you. And let me switch on over here the Skysoft editor. I will point out the things which are available. Okay, so we are on page number. If you have got the book, you can open the page number so that I am going to refer one program, which is basically for the nested listing. Yes, here is the nested listing. This is basically for the nested listing that I'm going to refer right now. And I'm going to explain this phenomena as well. Yes, students, this file is visible. Okay. Let me enlarge. Okay, fine. So the thing that I'm going to explain you over here is basically about the nested listing. This is the nested listing. Okay. List inside the list. Now you will see that the program is going to start from the same position, which is basically the HTM, HTM doc type. You know that whenever we are going to start, it will be start in the same manner, and the program will be ended, at this in the same way, that at the end there would be HTML main code. The parent code will be there, parent tag. Then inside the head, inside the head, one title is there which will be appeared at the top. I had explained you practically last time. Then style. What style they have taken? Ordered list style upper Roman. So you will see that the order list style is upper Roman. So you will see the output, that the output is also there in the upper Roman case. Lower Roman is in this way. In this way, the lower Roman will be there in this way. Small letters. But over here it is the capital letters. Then unordered list is there in the form of circles. So you will see that unordered list has been applied in the form of circles. Can you see this thing? Ordered list has been applied in the form of upper Roman. The unordered list has been applied in the form of circles. Now, then style tag is closed over here. Style tag is closed. In this box, I have closed it, that this is basically the style tag that is closed. And then you will see that in the body section, there is one heading available over here. Then there is another heading. But ordered list is starting from here on the basis of the occurrence. So on the basis of the occurrence will come under the order list. Order list means it will come in the upper Roman. So you will see that upper Roman is applied to the ordered list, uppercase. And then when we will come down, you will see that some other text is there on which there is basically list applied. This is the LI list. List is applied on it, which are natural resources, synthetic sources. Okay, these are basically the unordered lists, and this list contains the circles because we have taken circle over here. 2 points are there. So you will be able to see that over here, even over here, there are these 2 points. So this type of list is called basically the nested list, when there is list inside the list, sublisting. This is basically the concept of sub listing. Sublisting. Now come towards the next point. Then we have taken over here an other ordered list in which the main heading will come. And then in the other ordered list, you will see that there are unordered lists available. And these are the unordered lists: solid, liquid, and gas. So this ordered list is coming over here in the upper Roman case on the basis of the physical state, on the basis of the physical state. Okay. And then you will see that the headings is given over here in the Roman, and then there are some sub points which are given as unordered list of the circles, and these are the 3 points which are shown as output. So this type of list is basically called nested list. Nested list means sublisting, or the list which is having nesting inside. Nesting means list inside the list, or it is also called sublisting. Okay, so this is the attendance for 26th. Today it is 26th. Okay, fine. Now come to the next point. There is some practice work given over here, and list options are there for the tags given over here. Description list. Description list is basically the list in which we are going to see the descriptions, details. This type of list is called description list. It is similar to the nested list, but you will see that some lines are there on this page. Anyway, we just leave it and then just see on the text given over here. Renewable resources, then their detail is there. Then heading, then detail. Heading, detail. So whenever there is heading or detail, so then such type of heading is there, and what is there? Detail is there. Such type of list is called basically description list. There is no numbering in it, only heading and detail is there. So such type of list is called description list. Methodology is the same, but there are some 2 different words, DD, description title, and description data. Okay, these are the 2 things that we are going to mention over here. So you will mention the description title, what will be the title of the description, and then data, what will be the detail of the description. So just like over here, this is the title, this is the detail, this is the title, and this is the detail. So heading and its detail, heading and its detail. Whenever you are mentioning the heading and its detail in the HTML code, so you are going to use this code. So this is basically your assignment that you have to apply this code by typing. Last time I had given you all the codes in your Google Classroom, but this one I am giving you that you have to apply this one. Type this complete text, save it with the HTML extension, then run the file in Google Chrome, and you will be able to see the output. Okay, just like you will see that over here, heading has been given in the text transform, and where H2 will be applied, you will see that text transform is uppercase. So you will be able to see that over here definition is written in uppercase. Why definition is written in uppercase? Because it has been applied the H2 heading, and H2 heading has got this property set over here in the style. So we wrote the definition in small letter, but over here the output given over here is in capital letters. Why? Because we have applied this property of text transform and we have set the value uppercase. That's why it is showing you the output in the capital letters. Okay, so you have to do this program as well at your own. This is quite easy. No difficulty is there in this program. No issue is there in this program. And let me share with you over here the classwork and the homework for this chapter. Homework, especially the exercise. Basically, we are mainly concerned with the exercises. This is for the previous chapter. Okay, I'm going to attach this exercise questions and their answers. Answers are quite simple. Questions are basically from the text, and the things we have already done. Basically, all the things are there that we have already done. Okay. So list and images in HTML5. An unordered list. Which list is used for items in which the ordering is not specific? Unordered list. Which of the following values can be specified for the list style type property? Okay, we can use disk, we can use circle, we can use square. These all options are given in our book. Please keep yourself muted. Keep yourself muted. Okay, so I am going to attach this file with your Google Class code, Google Class room that we have already shared with you, and you have to apply. And one worksheet I am going to give you. It will be very helpful for you, very convenient for you. You have to do all this work in your Google Classroom. You will check it right now and you will confirm it that you have got these files. Okay, fine students, up to here all the things are clear. You have to prepare the question and answer of the book specially, particularly, and the worksheet given to you, so that you can prepare well and you can perform good in your upcoming assessment. Please, one of the students should confirm me that you are able to see this text and the material which is given to you. This material is given to you. Mention the values that can be assigned to the list style type properties and unordered in ordered list. What are the values? We can give in ordered list decimal, lower Roman, upper Roman, lower alpha, upper alpha. These all are the values that we can give in unordered lists. Name the tag used for creating ordered list and unordered list. Ordered list, we use OL and LI for their numberings, bulletins, and unordered list, we use UL and LI for their sub bulletins. For definition, description list, we use DD tag. DD tag will be used for the description list. Description list does not contain the numbering or the bullets. They contain the headings and the details. The headings will be there and the detail will be there. This is basically the document that when how we set the HTML document. What is the structure of the HTML document? HTML is basically the document in which you are going to set up first. You know that what we do first, we set up the HTML, then inside the HTML tags there is basically head section. In the head section there would be title, in the head section there would be style, in the body section there would be text given. So all these points are very important for us. Inshallah, in the next class, we will see images as well, the working of the images and the tables in chapter number 4, because chapter number 4 will also be included. You need to concern on, you need to have concern regarding these 2 chapters and their exercises for the upcoming assessment, so that you can get better marks. Have you got any questions, student? Give me the thumbs up sign that
Yes,
these all
sir.
points are clear.
Yes, sir.